Hey everybody, it's Brian and Dave. We are back on the farm, and it's a big week, Dave, because the Premier League is back on Saturday. What'd you do this weekend?
What did I do last weekend?
Yeah, this last weekend.
Oh, well, I hung out with you for a bit.
Right, we played some with our Leeds dynasty. We moved on from Nottingham Forest onto Leeds.
I wouldn't say down, sideways move.
Did I say down?
I thought you said down.
Moved on.
Oh, moved on.
Yeah.
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 Restarted.
Mm-hmm.
Did the oyster bar on Saturday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
And how'd that treat you?
It's pretty terrific, thank you.
Fresh oysters? Or did
Six-
you go fried?
No, fresh oysters.
Okay.
And a bit of a lobster roll as well. I got from friend of the show, Pump.
Friend of the show, great friend of the pod.
He's not listening. He's definitely not listening.
No. The lobster rolls I hear there are tremendous.
You really want one.
Yeah.
You really want one. Pretty terrific. Really.
This is at St. Paul's, in the market.
Yeah. When they're at 11, so it was pretty quiet.
The public market, I mean, usually filled with tourists.
It's a cluster something if you get there.
And douches. Yeah, if you get there at noon or 1 on a Saturday, good luck to you.
We got there at 11, and it was, we were the first people sat at the oyster bar, and within 20 minutes there were no more seats.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and they're probably all from out of state.
Yeah, there was some douche sitting next to me. He was talking oysters with a guy behind the counter. I just thought, what a...
Who talks oysters with anybody?
He's like,
hey, how about this?
Go on.
Just eat them.
Yeah.
And shut your mouth.
Well, he said, what kind of oysters this guy got? Just pointed at me with his thumb. I was like, you big fat... Well...
The same oysters you're eating, you douche.
Yeah, there's 6 kinds. Just do what I did. I just picked the best sounding name, which I've already forgotten.
Oh.
They were the biggest ones, so they were too big, I think.
No, they weren't.
No, because they were a bit of an ordeal to eat.
Okay.
You had to obviously hack them off with a fork a little bit, but then you had to kind of get your whole mouth around it, which is a bit annoying.
Yeah.
But then they also had the coldest pint of Schlitz I've had in many a year.
Was it refreshing?
It was really cold. It was ice cold.
But was it good though?
Oh, it was terrific. It was absolutely terrific. It was the first. It was the second thing I put in my mouth that day after I had a cup of tea at about 9:30.
A pint of Schlitz on a hot day, other than maybe a pint of PBR, I almost think it's better than a pint of PBR.
Schlitz is better than a pint of PBR.
Yeah. Especially if you get it. Was it can or was it pulled?
It was pulled. It was a pint glass. Oh. It wasn't the one from the Newport, the funny shape, the good shape.
The actual Schlitz glass.
It was just a pint glass, but it hit the spot. Oof. I would say.
Gosh,
it was terrific. What did you do this weekend, Bri?
Well, hung out with you. We got a dog who I brought over, and the meeting with Cholula was a bit auspicious.
I thought it was pretty successful.
Yeah, I mean they basically just barked at each other for a while, tired each other out. And then they both went to sleep on the couch.
Yeah, job done.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah. We don't really bark at each other, but...
Bark facts.
Yeah. We just bark knowledge at each other. Yeah. It's a bit...
Although I heard I lack football knowledge.
What do you mean?
I read a review of myself on iTunes where I lack football knowledge.
It's the latest one?
Yeah.
Oh.
But he used the wrong tense.
He also called you English.
He called me an Englishman as opposed to an Englishman. Joke's on him. I'm Scottish.
Well, that person will be joining us on our extravaganza to Lake Geneva next weekend.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I've got a bone to pick with him,
Yeah. Maybe.
Anyway, we should crack on because there's a lot of football happening.
There's a lot of football happening.
Do you want to review the first weekend of the Premier League before we get into the actual Premier League?
Well, we should review the first weekend of the Scottish Premier League before we crack into namely Aberdeen.
Do you want me to review the game for you?
Yeah, quickly.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Next.
Rangers
drew with Hamilton, though.
Big time. That's big time.
It was good, and Hamilton scored a terrific goal. Ali Crawford. It's worth watching, actually, I would say.
Okay. Ali Crawford scored a goal.
Actually, Rangers' goal was quite nice, too. So it was pretty good. Celtic won. Whatever.
Yeah.
It was pretty...
So once again, everybody's chasing Celtic once again.
Well, we're already 2 points back. Never mind. But it was fine. It was fine. As predicted last week, so just so you know, I do know about football.
Alright, so we got the table up, and actually we went to the Premier League site this time, so it's in alphabetical order, which is the way it should be.
Yeah.
Since nobody's played yet. But Arsenal, they take on Liverpool to start the season on Sunday.
They do. It's the early one, right?
They're the primetime game on Sunday.
Oh, primetime.
Right, 10 a.m. So here.
Yeah. Primetime in civilization.
Yeah. So
like
that's what 1600. It's 4 o'clock there.
4. Yep.
So.
Do you want to talk about the teams or want to talk about the fixtures? How do you want to do this? We haven't planned this. We have planned this. We're just doing banter.
We can talk about the teams.
Well, it doesn't really matter, does it?
It really doesn't. Let's just go by fixtures.
All right.
In alphabetical order. So let's just talk about Arsenal Liverpool, since that's probably the most exciting match of the weekend. From a
neutral standpoint,
from a PR standpoint,
yeah. from a brand standpoint or whatever.
I quite like Liverpool to go into the Emirates and win that game.
Yeah, I was gonna say it before you, because now it seems like I'm agreeing with you. But Arsenal have no centre backs.
They have no centre backs. They have.
Well, I think because Koscielny's not fully back from the Euros yet,
so he's not going to play. Yeah,
and Gabriel Paulista is out for 2 months. Mertesager's out for 3 or 4 months. So it's going to Rob Holding and Callum Chambers probably.
And did you see Liverpool? I mean, I know it was against. I mean, they did have Messi and Suarez in the side against Liverpool in their friendly, but
yeah,
it is a friendly. But they looked like they're going to be a handful this year.
Well, they're probably not going to have Sturridge this weekend though.
Okay,
they'll probably get used to that.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
so just play Firmino up top. It's fine.
Or Origi.
Yeah, it's fine.
Danny Ings, yeah.
Coutinho cutting out to the left. Ooh, it's going to be delicious.
Mane burning Monreal.
He's unbelievable, Mane.
He's quite quick, isn't he?
Yeah. So I quite like Liverpool's chances in that game on Sunday.
I just feel like Wenger's
Central time.
He was. I saw the quotes from him today. I think he's basically.
He's phoned it in already.
I think he might be done. I think his contract's up this end of this year.
Yeah.
I feel like he might be on the way out. They need to get someone else in there. They need to buy something. There's someone that's actually going to spend some money.
He's more than overstay. I mean, like Bill Burr says, you can overstay your welcome. You know, you can live too long, as he says.
Yeah.
It's like he's been a part of Arsenal for what? This is his 16th year.
I'm gonna say 20, man. He's joined.
Is it really
96?
Wow. So 20 years a part of one club, which is pretty unheard of.
Apart from Ferguson.
He had the perfect season, right?
Yep.
After that, I would have just hung him up. Just I'm like, that's it.
Yeah. Where can you go from there?
Yeah, I've done it all.
Like Jupp Heynckes at Bayern Munich 2013 won the league, the cup, with the Champions League. Enjoy yourself, Pep. I'm out of here.
But yeah, so Liverpool should, just the way they played against Barcelona too, is just the exact way Klopp wants them to play. Lots of energy, pressing high up the pitch, counter-attack, and they just ruined them. So if they can play like that against Arsenal even half as well, I think they come out with at least a 1-0 win. But they'll probably win 2-0.
But new centre half pairing for Liverpool.
Yeah, but they
still haven't got a solid left back.
Klavan is really good though.
He's good, but they still haven't got a left back. Apart from Alberto Moreno.
Yeah, so what's wrong with that?
Well, he started Milner in the friendlies there.
They did, yeah.
Because he wants one.
I quite like Milner at left back though.
No, it's terrible. It's a rubbish idea.
No?
It's like your Swansea Christmas tree. It never work.
Oh, fuck you, man.
Thanks. And they've still got Mignolet in goal because Karius is out till October or something with a broken hand.
Well, my Christmas tree, let's just go back for a second. The Christmas tree was including IU, so that's completely off the table now.
No. I'll tell you what, I listened back to today just in case you brought up any points like that. I made sure I was aware.
Okay.
And IU you brought in as like after I initially poo-pooed it, you threw IU in there. I go, oh, how about IU in there? And I still said no. And then they sold him.
How dare you do research on my statements?
Well, if you're going to bullshit me, Brian.
All right, so Arsenal-Liverpool. Bournemouth, Man United. I actually like this fixture too.
We're just saying Liverpool are winning, are we?
Yeah.
Because, Arsenal still have quite good attack, some people would say.
No.
Not having it?
Doesn't matter.
Alex Iwobi up front?
Because they're going to press them so high and so hard all game that they're not even going to be able to get and do attack, I don't think.
Do a score. Make it like an official...
3-1, Liverpool.
I like it. I go 2-0.
Okay.
Pointless.
All right. Bournemouth, Man United. We're going B's.
Yep.
A to B.
I like it.
I like Bournemouth in this game. Although, I really do. I really do.
I like Bournemouth, but they ain't going to win that game.
You think Pogba's going to go straight in there?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters either. But...
You can't just change your mind. Stick to your guns.
No, I don't think it matters who Man United puts in there.
Oh,
Bournemouth's
okay.
going to win.
Anyone with Schweinsteiger.
That poor guy.
Especially
so
like,
Swansea should just pick him up.
Yeah, why not? It's not far.
No, I mean, you're probably right, but I'm a romantic, so I want Bournemouth to win that game.
They have some good
They're at
signings,
home.
Bournemouth. Lewis Cook is pretty terrific, as we know from FIFA and Leeds United. Jordan Ibe, probably overpriced, but still.
But still a good winger.
Actually, you can say that about anyone that any English team has bought this summer. Overpriced, but probably still quite good.
Except for Swansea, they didn't pay too much for anybody yet.
Yeah.
Llorente, £5 million.
We're getting there.
Borja,
Burnley's
50.
next in
Okay,
the alphabet.
Sorry.
I know you're excited.
I'm very excited.
Half our podcast done, just one. But also I don't know about Brad Smith at left back though, but they probably need another defender or two. Bournemouth, they don't really have.
And they did lose what's his face to Newcastle.
Matt Ritchie,
but
they got Ibe, so
that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, it should be fine. And they got
I
Callum
think
Wilson.
I'll say this: 2-2 draw. It'll be a fun game. I think it'll be a really fun game. It's at the Vitality. It's not at Old Trafford. I think that gives Bournemouth an edge, especially opening day at home against Man United. I think they're going to have an edge. The fans are going to be into it. Players will be all hyped up for it. I think they're going to come out guns a-blazing.
What did you say your score? 1-1?
2-2.
2-2?
Mm-hmm.
Bloody hell. That's bold. No, Man United are going to win. What you said 3-1 for Liverpool, also. I'm
Yeah.
going to say 3-1 for that. Yeah, I think Man United will probably concede a goal. Because they're still settling into the back. And is Smalling...
I'll tell you this. Anytime Marouane Fellaini is starting as one of your deep-line midfielders, you're in for a rough day.
I think possibly after that pass back in the charity shield.
How terrible was that?
Yeah. He did such a good job to intercept it. He's like, hey, check me out. And they went, oh...
I'm just going to pass it to Vardy.
Is he fast? He is quite fast. You're probably like 3-1 United, something like that.
Okay, all right.
Easy.
We'll see. We'll see.
Nailed it. You want to go Burnley then? Because that's next alphabetically, isn't it? If you're going by the home
This
teams.
is going to be the biggest chunk of the pod. I think Swansea's going to go into turf more, especially watching Llorente. I know it's a friendly against Rennes, but the way he holds the ball up is perfect for how Swansea wants to play. Perfect. He's so strong with his back against the goal. And Swansea, the whole preseason, has been playing one and two touch football. And I think that's going to give Burnley all sorts of problems.
It'll be good because they're pretty ponderous last season.
Yeah.
I watched probably half the Swansea games last season and saw maybe 3 or 4 goals.
Or
3 or 4 shots on target.
Every one of the preseason games, the tempo of their passing was light years ahead of where they were last year. So that alone, I think, especially giving them a whole preseason of doing that and learning that system, I think is going to give them an edge. Plus the fact that Steve O'Kingsley is probably going to... just going off his Twitter feed.
Is he Irish now? Steve O'Kingsley.
No, Steve O. Kingsley.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, gotcha.
Good.
Playing left back because Neil Taylor's not going to be back yet. Ashley Williams obviously out the door. Andre Ayew out the door. But Borja Baston should be
in the door.
In the door tomorrow,
right?
Or Wednesday if you're listening to this today.
Or today if you're listening to this today, if it's Wednesday.
That's what I mean. So today, if you listen to this on Wednesday.
What have you listened to on Thursday?
Then it's yesterday.
I like it.
Well, obviously, Dave.
I know. I'm just having fun.
It's tomorrow. But those two signings, big. I mean, a big name in Llorente for a good price because he's getting a bit. He's up there in age. He's 31 now.
All right, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's still I think he realizes his role in the team is going to be bringing the midfield into play. That's what he's going to do. I would, you know what you do? You play two up front. You play two up front. Three